Hello lovely ladies, it's Antoinette and welcome back to my channel, and a special welcome to those of you that are new here. I hope you like what you see and decide to stick around. Now today we're going to be taking a look at all things handbags. Yes, you know I love myself a good handbag and shoes. So I'll touch on some of the etiquette relating to handbags as well, just to, spice it up a bit and let you know what you should and should not be doing. And then I'll show you what's in my everyday bag at the end. So let's start off with looking at some of the most popular types of handbags, and I say some because this is not an exhaustive list. Now the first bag we're going to be looking at is a clutch bag. Now I've got quite a few, but I'm just going to use this nudie pink clutch that I've got as an example. Now this tends to be like one of the most formal type of handbags because it's worn for like dress up occasions and events, formal dinners, all of that type of thing. So how do you hold your clutch bag? So you either clasp it with your fingers facing forward like that. So this is the proper way to hold it, like this. You can use both fingers or one finger, or you can wrap it round so you can hold it like that. Now a lot of clutches come with a strap inside them for convenience if you can't hold them, but I tend to prefer to hold them if I can. Like this one, it's got a strap inside of it. It's even got something that you can use to hold it on the side with your hand, so that's really ideal and convenient for you. And that's the strap. What you do want to avoid doing is putting your clutch in your armpit. So not only is that unhygienic, especially if you're wearing like a strapless top, it's not as flattering as holding it. So kind of avoid putting your clutch under your arms, because a lot of people do it. It's very common and it's easy, like just to keep your hands free, but just, we're here to be looking all classy and stuff and elegant and all that. If you're going out for the evening, keep it to your hands, ladies. Now the next bag we're going to be taking a look at is the crossbody, or a bag that's got a top handle. I've got a few again, but I'm just going to show you one or two of them. Now this is one of my favorites. This can be worn as top handle or crossbody. So that's basically, you can hold it with the top handles or you can hold it with the strap that comes as a crossbody. And like I said, a lot of my bags are like this, and I have them quite small, from small to medium size, because of my size. I bear that in mind. I just find crossbody bags a lot easier to carry, and that's why I tend to go for them as my everyday bag. Now if you have a bag with a top handle, you can carry it in the clasps of your arms. Let me give you an example. Here's another one. This is also crossbody because it's got the strap, but if you're going to carry it in the clasp of your hands, you just hold it like that, and it's just very elegant, I really like bags like this. So it's versatile because it works both ways. Now the next bag we're looking at is a tote bag, or a lot of people like to call it the shopping bag. And if you're a busy mum like myself, you'll find these types of bags very useful because of the wide one space. It tends to help you carry a lot of items on the go in one location, and you can use it in your everyday. I tend to use it a lot for travel. Put those extra items that don't necessarily fit in your smaller handbag, you put them in the tote and then off you go. Here's an example. This tote happens to be my very first designer bag that I got. This is over I don't even know, 13 years ago. It is ripped. I've used this to, gosh, I don't know. It's due an upgrade. So basically, I really like this tote a lot, but I tend not to use it so much because it's just run down and it just looks tattered, and that's because I've had it for so many years and I've used it for everything. But this is a classic tote because it has the two handles and it's got the big wide space in the middle. I've got other totes, but I use that more in line with shopping and stuff like that. But that tote is really good because, like I said, it's lasted me 13 plus years. And yes, those bags are just there and ideal for your wardrobe. Leave comments below of what tote you think I should get next. If you've got any suggestions, or if you have any totes that you use and they've been working well for you, they're not too heavy, they're just perfect, put them below in the comments box. Now the next style of bag that we're going to look at is the backpack, and I use this is my backpack. I use this a lot for travel. It's just it's a basic backpack. Yeah, busy mum again, but yeah, mainly travel. If I'm going abroad all of that kind of stuff, so I can have this on my back out of the way and then use my hands to do whatever I need to do with it. A lot of women don't really like carrying backpacks because I feel like they don't think it's as elegant, but it's practical, especially if, like I've said before, you're traveling and you need your hands free. Just pick up a nice backpack. It doesn't have to be like something too bulky that's weighing you down, and yeah, you're good to go. Now the next style of bag is a shoulder bag, and I have a lot of these, but I'm going to show you my shoulder bag that is really big because it doubles up as not only a shoulder bag but my work bag. And I really like this bag a lot because it carries everything in it. I can fit my laptop in it, especially if I'm going somewhere and I need to do a presentation. Everything fits in it. The spaces, the practicality of it, it's just yes. So I always recommend we have shoulder bags. This is on the larger sides, and I tend to avoid carrying bags that are too large because I'm quite petite in frame. But for this, it's just like another tote for me, but something that is more secure. Like it's got the zip, so if I'm getting on the underground and all of that, and I'm going somewhere that I need to carry quite a lot of stuff, my shoulder bag, this shoulder bag in particular, will always go with me. I've got some more dressy uppy shoulder bags, but that one is my practical kind of everyday working shoulder bag. Now it's also advised that if you're carrying your shoulder bag on your arm and you're in a busy environment like in an airport, the underground station, train stations, whatever it is, and there's a lot of people, if you can, take the bag off your arm and carry it in front of you with your arm so that it's not bashing into people. It just until you can get to an area where you know it's not as busy. And for a lot of bags, in fact, the general rule is when you're carrying your bag and it's going to be on your shoulder, carry it on your left arm or hold it on your left arm so that it leaves your right arm or hand free to do whatever else you want to do, like shake people, wave at people. But this only works if you're right-handed. Obviously, the rule was made for the majority of people who are right-handed. I'm left-handed, and I find this quite inconvenient, but I'm used to it, so I just do it anyway, because most people, naturally, if you're going to go for a handshake, well, I don't know in these COVID times, but before, pre-COVID, if you're going for a handshake or whatever, most people shake with the right hand. So that's why the general rule is always carry your bag on your left shoulder or your left arm so that you've got your right arm free. Now, let's move on to choosing your handbag. And as I've mentioned before, there are a number of different handbags out there. You just need to pick what goes best with you, what suits your figure or your frame a lot more. So if, like me, you're on the petite side, you might want to opt for bags that are smaller or medium size, as opposed to getting a larger bag, which can kind of look overwhelming for your size. And if you want to start investing in handbags or getting designer bags, I would advise going with classic bags to start off with. So let's say you want to start off a collection, go with the classic bags, those that are more neutral in color or black, so that you're able to wear them time and time again with different outfits on different occasions. So just build from that. So if you start off with like more classic looks or more classic bags and bags that would suit a number of different outfits, then you've got scope to build in on that later on. And this is especially true, like I said, if you're looking to go into designer bags. So basically just shop wisely, especially since you're going to be putting quite a lot of money towards it. Now the next topic is, where do you put your bag when you're like out and about, let's say in a restaurant? Now a lot of fine dining places offer a hook on the side of the table for you to place your bag on, or even a bag store. Sometimes you need to specifically request for this because they're not just going to give it to you if you don't ask. But this isn't always an option for a lot of restaurants, and that's why I bought my own bag hook and I take it out everywhere with me. It just sits in my bag, so if I'm going out and in a restaurant, I can just hook my bag to the table if there isn't that option of like a bag hook. And in case of a clutch bag, let's say the clutch bag doesn't have a strap on it, you can either place it behind you on your seat or on your lap under your napkin if you can't find an empty chair to place that bag on, because it's not hygienic to put your bag on the table no matter how small it is. And if you really have nowhere to put it, like to comfortably place your bag, let's say an empty chair, whatever, then as a last option you can put your bag in between your feet on the floor, just under your chair, or just in front of you under the table. But try and keep it out of the way, like the aisles, for like the waiters who might be walking by or someone else that might be walking past. Now, how do you store your bags? Depending on the space that you've got, I personally, I tend to store my nicer bags, like my designer bags, in dust bags, so I keep them away from like the elements getting to them. And if I want to keep the shape of that bag, I stuff it with papers that come with bags when you buy them. I keep them and then stuff them with them, or old clothes. Every other bag just goes on my shelf or in what I call my bag bucket. I also have a dump box where I place all the items in the bag that I've worn. I put them all in that dump box before I put the bag back on my shelf. It just helps me to know that everything is in one place, so I don't have that issue where I'm looking for things or it's left in this bag or it's all over the place. Now I've got a couple of other pointers for you, like getting a bag organizer for larger bags that will help you if you've got things everywhere. It just keeps everything neat and tidy and it helps you find things a lot easier. I also have small pouches that I keep smaller items in my bag in those pouches, so again I know where certain things are and things are organized. It's not like I'm in the shop and I'm rustling through everything. And when I'm traveling, I store my clothes in my bag so that they keep the shape in the suitcase. It's not like I get to my location and everything's squashed up. So if you just stuff it with clothes or socks or whatever, it helps retain the shape of the bag. And then finally, keep inside of your bag tidy. Not just the outside needs to look good, your inside of your bag needs to look good as well. Don't have it full of like old receipts and crap that you don't need. Purge all that crap out, all the junk, so that you're not carrying a load of rubbish around with you and your bag looks presentable. So I'm just going to move on to the section what's in my bag, and I'm just going to show you what's in my everyday bag. I have to be honest though, this isn't my everyday bag that I'm going to show you. It's the bag that I've used last and I went out with it, so I was just like, can't be bothered. But it does carry everything that I tend to carry. Now in the back of this bag, I always keep my phone. I just put it here. I really like this bag actually. Yeah, and then inside my bag, oh gosh, I'm starting to get a bit nervous actually. I should have checked. Inside my bag, I always have tissue, pack of tissue, and this isn't even mine. This is my daughter's purse. Would you look at that? I can't find I have a little coin purse and I can't find it, so I just took this from her room, and this is where I keep my coins separate. What else do I have in? Get down. I carry this everywhere with me. This is my charger for my phone. This is just so ideal because it's small and it's like really good. I'm always using my phone, so I've always got my charger with me to hand. And I was telling you about this. I always have this in its wrap. This is the hook for the table. So when you're going out to a restaurant and there's nowhere to put your bag, that you can just hook it onto the table. This is really, really good actually, because it just grips onto any type of table, and then the hook comes up under, and then you can just hook your bag to it. So it's really, I think I've got about 4 of these actually. When I bought it in a pack of 4 off of Amazon, and I just take it everywhere with me. So if you're going out to eat and you don't have somewhere to put your bag, that's an option. I also have my card wallet as well. It's got like my cards in it, some cash, notes, my driving license. I always keep that in this. What else? Oh yes, in the front bit of the bag, now that we're living in COVID times, I've always, you know what, to be honest, pre-COVID, I've always had this. So these are like the antibacterial hand wipes. I always have this. I also have my face mask. So I've got quite a few of these. This is the reusable ones. And I carry gloves around with me as well, disposable gloves, just in case I need it. I know some people are like, yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And I also have like this. So this is a pouch that I keep inside the bag to just keep like everyday stuff. Let's see what's in. I've got hair bubble. Love parts. Trust me to always find a sweet. But the reason I carry these are they help me a lot with like bloating, and like if you feel gassy, I just pop a couple of these in my mouth. Or I have, you know, this as well. Every pregnant woman needs to have this. This is, I'm not pregnant by the way, but I still use these sweets. These are Preggy Pops. So when I was pregnant, these were a lifesaver. They help you if you're feeling a bit nauseous, a bit sick, or if you're gassy. It basically just gets all that gas out of you. So I always have this to hand. Well, I always tend to. and I carry what's left of tie rosettes. They don't sell this anymore. I think these were the best kind of sore throat medicines out there, and they've just stopped selling it. I don't even know why, but I always have this as well. Like if you're getting that tickle at the back of the throat, just one of this. Yeah. Carmex, I always have my Carmex, and my lipstick. Actually, here it is. I've got my lipstick. I've got a comb. I don't need that right now. Then I've got lip gloss. What else? Oh, I always keep these sachets. I always keep them in my bags and stuff like that. Yeah, antibacterial hand gel. My powder. This is my MAC Studio Fix. I have that. Mints. And just a pad, just in case. So that is what is in my handbag. Other stuff like sunglasses, I keep that in my car, especially now that it's coming up to winter. When I wear it, I tend to wear it in the car. So that's my everyday bag. I don't think I have any other thing. Like, yeah, my car keys, that's about it, and my keys. That is my everyday bag. I've just shown you what I keep in my bag, and I try and keep things organized, even if it's a small bag. So that's it for today. I'm going to leave the video here for now. Comment below, let me know what you carry in your everyday bag now that we're living in these unprecedented times and Corona is out there. What have you added to your bags that you now have to carry as a necessity? Let me know below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that button and hit the notification tab so that you're notified every time I put out a new video. Okay, I'll catch you in my next video, and remember that it's one step at a time to becoming confident. Bye for now.